Hi, my name is Anna and I live here in Southern California. Today I want to share with you and with the public about how we, the visually impaired or blind people, identify money. The main reason why I decided to do this video is because in the last days I've been having negative experiences with especially taxi drivers. Taxi drivers who for some reason think that I'm not able to know how much money I have because I'm blind, and I just want to I wanted to take the time to share with you, and maybe you can share with others, that we the blind know how to identify money, that we have a system to know how much money we have. People out there need to learn and need to know that we actually are able to know how much money we have. The system that I use to identify my money is pretty much used by most blind people, I would say. Of course, we all have different ways of folding, the money to know how much we have. But the concept or the idea is pretty much the same. A lot of people now are using the iPhone to identify money, and it's a very good way to identify your money. However, for me, I'm using this little device that is called the iBill, which is very practical, very easy to use, very practical. You can just put it in your purse and easy to use in the when you're in the taxi or you're just shopping or doing whatever transaction you're doing. As you can see, and for those who are blind or visually impaired and are watching my video, it's a little device that is, I'm not sure how many inches it would be, but it's a little rectangular square that it's small on my hand, and it has a little slat where is the size of the small edge of the bill where you can insert the money, and then on the right side it has a little push button that you press and it'll read the money. I'm going to insert a bill, and it doesn't matter which way you insert the bill, it'll read it anyways, if you put it this way on the other side, or if you put it on the other side. You should need to make sure that the edges of the bill are unfolded, otherwise it'll say error. So I'm going to insert the bill, and then I'm going to press the button. I hope you're able to hear it because the volume is not that great.
5.
It says 5. So this is now I know this is a $5 bill, and the way that I usually fold my money in a in a certain way to know, for later on to know how to identify the money. So for my 5s, I usually fold it on half horizontally, and then I fold it again, and then I fold it again, so I end up having a little square. And this is the way I know this is a $5 bill. I use pretty much a wallet that has, I'm going to show you, that has different compartments. There is one, there is another one. This one has a zipper. I hope you're able to see that. Here. And then over here on the front, it has little compartments. It has little square compartments for those that are blind, that you can just put your coins in there. So in this case, I find a compartment, and this is on the first compartment. When I open my wallet, I can just put my $5 bills, and I know that this is a 5. Now, the way that I fold, these are $1 bills, and just to make sure, I'm gonna check. Use my little iBill. I'm going to insert the money in there. Press the button,
1.
and it says 1. So I know these are my ones. And for my $1 bills, I usually don't fold them. This is the way I keep it. So I'll put them in my purse, whatever And you know, it doesn't have to be this way. This is the way that works for me, but the idea, it's pretty much the same. We all follow some kind of a system. So I'll just put my ones, and I know that when I reach to, you know, for money and I'm gonna pay for whatever I'm buying, these are my $1 bills. Now I'm gonna check another bill. I know that this is just to make sure, because I want to make sure that when I pay the taxi driver, I know how much money I'm going to be handling. Otherwise, they'll, you know, cheat me. But, and of course, this is not always accurate. It said 20, but I'm going to do it again. The 20. For my $20 bills, I usually just fold them in half, and that way I know these are 20. So, you know, I can always choose, and I usually follow, you know, the a way to decide which compartment I'm going to put my bill. So this is my 20. Now for large bills, I usually put my large bills on a smaller compartment. This is a 50. For my 50s or $100 bills, I just make them small, and I usually put them as on a triangle shape. And I usually, for my, you know, just not to misplace my money, I usually put it on a compartment that has a zipper. So that way I know my, you know, big bills are, you know, safe. So that's the way I do it. Now the way to identify coins. The coins, you know, again we have the quarter, the nickel, the dime, and the penny. I mean, as you can see, the quarters are, you know, is a bigger coin. So for us, the blind is easy to identify and know which one is the quarter, and around the edge is a little, you know, it's rough, so I know this is the quarter. Now this one I know, well, let's go with the nickel. The nickel sometimes, you know, might be confused with the quarter, but it's a little, you know, it's way smaller. It's a little, to me, it's a little, feels a little thicker, and on the edges is smooth, so I know, you know, it's the nickel. Now the penny, it's a little smaller than the nickel, and it's also soft, so I know that when, you know, comparing with the nickel, is way smaller, and if it's soft, I know it's a penny. And I know it's not the dime, because the dime is a little smaller than the penny, and around the edges it's also rough. So that's the way for me to identify, and I know it's for most people. So that is the way with the blind identify money. And again, on my wallet I have little compartments where I can just, on this compartment, you know, I can put my quarters. Over here I can put my nickels and you know, dimes. So that is the way with the blind identify money. I know for, as you know, people do it, the idea is the same. So people might fold their 20s in different ways, or the ones in a different way, but the whole idea is again the same. And I thought it was important for to share with the public, to let you know that we actually know how much money we have in our purse, and that not because we are blind we're not able to know how much money we have, or how much money we're handling to taxi drivers or to people in the store. I have the same video in Spanish, so I invite you to check my video in Spanish, or for those who are interested in watching. I also want to invite you to check my next YouTube videos related to how we the blind function. Thanks for watching. Ciao.